Hi, I'm Nicholas Sperling. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking to you about why you shouldn't be sharing pre-transition pictures of trans people without their consent. This is a very similar topic to one that I've discussed in a previous video, which is around the dangers of outing a trans person, and I talk about my experiences being outed on a national level against my will. So to elaborate on this, I want to talk about specifically why you shouldn't be sharing pictures of trans people from before they transitioned. That's not to say that every trans person is going to have an issue with pre-transition pictures of themselves being shared, but you need to check in with them first. I'm someone who's very comfortable sharing pre-transition pictures. You can see that in my videos, you can see it on my social media. I think it creates a picture of myself that goes beyond the stereotypes that people create of me based on my appearance. And some of those stereotypes involve the standard stereotypes that you might think of when you look at a woman. And I want to flip those on their head because I think I'm in a unique position where people can see me pre-transition and post-transition, and by sharing those two sides of who I am, because the stereotypes that you create in your mind based on an image of who I used to be are actually quite accurate to the person that I am. And that's because I like a lot of stereotypically masculine things. And when someone looks at me, they know that I'm trans, they don't automatically jump to the conclusion that I like stereotypically masculine things. But when I share a picture of myself from the past, that is something that comes to mind. It also allows me to share images from my past of experiences that I've had that I don't want to just sweep under the rug. Those experiences make me who I am, and I want to share them with the world. They just happen to include me in a different form with short hair and a beard, or however I was presenting at the time. I recognize that I would like to have those experiences as my authentic self, but those experiences can't be changed, and they still make up who I am, and I still want to be able to share those. Not every trans person is comfortable with that. A lot of trans people aren't comfortable with sharing pictures of themselves in the past because it can give people the wrong idea of who they are. They want to be viewed as the person that they are, as their authentic selves, and not have people squinting at them constantly trying to figure out what they looked like in the past. I recognize that in sharing pictures of my past, people perhaps are going to view me as more masculine, or they're going to be squinting at me to try to see that person in who I am now. And it's one of the downsides to sharing those pictures, but it's one that I've accepted. Now, not everyone wants that to happen. Not everyone is comfortable with that. Not everyone thinks that the pros of sharing their past outweigh the cons of how that changes people's perceptions of them. It's a very unique experience. Everyone's going to have different reasons for why they are either comfortable or not comfortable with sharing pictures of themselves from the past. But similarly to how you shouldn't be outing a person against their will because of the dangers involved in that in terms of violence, in terms of discrimination, whatever it might be, you also don't want to be sharing pictures of someone's past against their will. If that's a piece of their life that they want to keep private, please respect their wishes to keep that private. And if they're willing to share that with the world, please respect their wishes to share it with the world on their own terms. So if you're going to be posting a picture of them, even if they are comfortable sharing pictures from the past, make sure you check with them, see if you have carte blanche, permission to share their pictures whenever they want, or see if they would prefer that you check in with them every time you want to share a picture of them. For me, my close family knows that they can share pictures of me because I respect their judgment and I know that they're not going to post pictures that make me look bad. Not everyone is so considerate, and so when it comes to other people in my life that aren't as close to me, I want them to check in with me if they're going to be sharing a picture from my past to make sure that I'm comfortable with that picture going out into the world, because I'm not comfortable with every single picture from my past being shared. Just as you're probably not comfortable as either a trans or a cis person sharing every single picture from your past. Some pictures you just don't think you look good in, or you don't think that they reflect who you are appropriately, and those wishes should be respected. The other unfortunate reality here is that YouTube's algorithm likes to pick up on extremist content, for lack of a better word. They're looking for shocking content. They're looking for people that are really pushing themselves out of their comfort zone. When it comes to trans identities, YouTube likes to take those before and after pictures and promote them. If I look at all of the videos of mine that have been the most successful, they're always the ones where I share pictures of myself from the past. Now, for me, that's fine. I'm happy to share them. them. I don't always share them because my goal here is not to cater completely to YouTube's algorithm. However, if you're someone that wants your message to get across to a lot of people, you are looking for those views, and I can't say that it's not something that crosses my mind. I don't want to exploit myself for YouTube views though, and I think that's the really important piece here, is that a lot of trans people that are getting into YouTube or that are trying to build themselves a social media following, for whatever reason, they often do have to exploit themselves. They have to push themselves out of their comfort zone. They have to share pictures of themselves that they're not comfortable with in order to get the views, the likes, the follows, whatever it is that they're going for. And it's a means to an end. It's a way of sharing a greater message with the world, a message of acceptance, a way to build an understanding around what it means to be trans. That's a message I'm trying to get into the world, and it's really unfortunate that a platform like this will only cater to that extremist content. I understand why it's the kinds of things that people want to see, but it doesn't help to explain why it's wrong to share pictures of people from the past. If the only videos that you're seeing of trans people are because of YouTube's algorithm picking up on before and after pictures of trans people, you're going to think that it's okay to share before and after pictures. And that's not the message that I want you to take away from watching videos of trans people on YouTube or from watching my videos. I want you to understand that sharing before and after pictures of trans people against their wishes is wrong. No matter what, don't do it. This is a message that I really want cisgender people to hear, and if you don't already know, cisgender means that you're not trans. A lot of my content focuses on trans people, our experiences. It's helping to guide people who are maybe earlier in their transition or who maybe haven't had the same experiences that I have. But if you are cisgender, I want you to hear this. Please do not share pictures of trans people without their consent. Talk to them. Find out if they're okay with you sharing old pictures of themselves. If they are okay with you sharing pictures of themselves pre-transition, find out under what circumstances. See if you have carte blanche permission to share their pictures, or if they want you to check in with them every time, or if there are certain types of pictures that they're okay with you sharing. Make sure that you're not forcing them out of the closet further than they already are. Make sure that you're not exposing them as trans to people that don't already know. It goes hand in hand with outing a person. The overarching message here is just always ask for consent. If you're not sure, if it's not clear that something is either appropriate or not, ask. Don't assume. Don't push people out of their comfort zone. Don't out people. Don't share pictures without their permission. Always ask for consent. Consent is extremely important in all aspects of our lives. We talk about it a lot when it comes to sexual consent, but it applies to so many different areas of our life, and that's the message I want you to take away today. I know I keep trying to hammer that home, and it's because it's so important that you don't look at these videos that I'm putting out, that other people are putting out, that you respect people's wishes no matter how public they might seem to be, and that your takeaway from this and from other videos is the person who has shared an image that you might have seen has done so with consent. This hasn't been the most lighthearted video. It's definitely been more informative, more of a call to action or a plea to be respectful of others. But I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. If you learned something, please leave a like down below. If you have other subjects you want me to talk about, please leave those down in the comments. If you want to see more videos like these, please subscribe and hit that bell icon so that you get notified every time I post a video. And until next time, have a great day.